I think we've gotten to this point with this Bulls team that when it comes to doing game recaps and just making content in general for these guys, where it's like, what do you even say at this point? The team is trash, we know it. The Bulls themselves know it. And we're gonna just kind of keep repeating ourselves until this team is finally blown up, which we've said before likely won't happen until December 15th at the earliest, as it's a point where most players who recently signed contracts over the offseason will be finally trade eligible by then. But either way, I'll do what I can to somehow try and provide a unique perspective. So Bulls lose badly, 124-97. They go winless in all the in-season tournament games. They have now lost 5 straight in 8 of their last 9. It's a good thing they somehow came back and won that game against the Heat, otherwise we would be looking at 9 straight L's. And for this game, obviously no one was expecting the Bulls to win. You're talking about going up against one of the best teams in the league on the road, one of the best offensive teams in the NBA, and a team that is a nightmare of a matchup for the Bulls. But what was surprising to me was just how awful the effort was from this team. Here's the thing. We know guys aren't going to give it their all every night for the entire regular season. I mean, I'd like to see that. I don't think it's really too much to ask for as a fan, but it's not going to happen. But for this team, a team that is absolutely getting embarrassed to start the season, a team that is getting smacked in the face on a nightly basis from the jump, like, are they not getting tired of this? Are they not getting tired of getting embarrassed every night? It goes back to what I've said before about these guys being soft. Have some pride when you go out there. That even if you know you've been struggling as a team, even if you know the opposing team is better than you, has more talent than you, at least try and make it a respectable game. At least try and make it look like you belong. The Bulls just don't seem to care about that. I guess they're fine being the laughing stock of the league. Hey, props to them. Maybe they just don't care what people think about them, but damn it, they should. Because you've got fans out there who want to see entertaining basketball, and we're not getting that at all right now. You're not earning those massive paychecks when you come strolling out there every night playing half-heartedly. You don't deserve to be putting on a Bulls jersey. Now granted, this game probably wouldn't have been as big of a blowout as it was had it not been an in-season tournament game and the Celtics trying to clinch their group stage with the ridiculous point differential rule that the NBA has put in place. Celtics had to win by 23 points or more to put them in the best position to clinch it, and so of course, you had them keeping their starters in the game when the game was already clearly over. And since the Bulls already have been eliminated, they pulled their starters early. And then, of course, they started the whole hack of Drummond nonsense when they were up 25 plus with 7 minutes left in the game, which is such a joke and a bad look for the game of basketball. I mean, for the NBA, I know it's, their first season doing this, but yeah, they're going to have to figure out a different way to structure group play if you're going to have players getting intentionally fouled in a blowout game. That's a terrible experience for the fans. And while, yeah, it's frustrating as Bulls fans to watch the Celtics run up the score like that for a meaningless in-season tournament game, but you know what's also frustrating? The Bulls finding themselves in this situation to begin with. Like, we can be mad all we want about what the Celtics did. I know the players don't like it, the coaches don't like it. Sure, it's disrespectful, but play harder and that won't happen. Those are the rules of the in-season tournament as they currently stand. The rules are dumb, and I'm sure they're going to change them once a superstar player gets injured for remaining in a game that's already over, but they are the rules as they currently stand. And if you don't want to get embarrassed like that and have your opponent run up the score, come out and try to win the game. Come out and actually give a damn and try to beat your opponent. So I know some fans aren't going to like me saying this, but it's the truth. The Bulls shouldn't find themselves in that situation if they actually have some pride when they go out there on the court. Vucevic and Lavine, these guys are done. They're completely checked out of this team. This was already the case with Zach Lavine when he requested a trade, but for Vucevic now, you can see it in not only his body language and the level of frustration he shows when he's on the court, but the last few games, Lavine and Vucevic, there have just been so many miscues for both of them on both ends of the floor where they lose their man, they get lost in coming over for help defense, don't read switches. It's as if they're not talking at all when they're out there on the court, or as if this is their first time ever playing together. So much for continuity, right? And yeah, I know Lavine left the game early from his lingering injury, but he was just terrible tonight. 2 points in 25 minutes, 1 for 9 from the field. Vucevic, 8 points, 4 for 11, 8 rebounds, but was getting outworked by old man Al Horford. DeMar played an okay game, 7 for 14, 19 points, was trying to make plays out there for others, but it's become so clear that even he himself has lost a step a bit this season. But what I will say though, we're continuing to see those bright spots from both Coby White and Patrick Williams. They're finally putting up good games a little more consistently. Pat got the start even though Alex Caruso was back in the lineup. Another double-digit scoring night for him, 14 points, also 7 rebounds and a steal and 2 blocks. And then Coby is still finding his stroke from 3. 7 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from behind the arc, 19 points in total. And then the other pleasant surprise, and I've actually been pleased by what I've seen from this kid thus far, is Julian Phillips. Because even though it was basically garbage time minutes for him, although garbage time for the Bulls, not for the Celtics, it's the fact that he actually plays with effort, has a high motor, and isn't afraid to make plays. Dude went up for a poster and missed it in the fourth quarter, but I actually don't mind that he missed it. It was the fact that as a rookie who doesn't get playing time, he had the balls to go up there on the Celtic starters and try to throw it down. The other thing about that garbage time unit is that they actually played the way we want to see the Bulls play. Dalen Terry, as an example, was skying for boards and then quickly pushing the pace in transition and throwing it out ahead to the outlet man. That's how the Bulls need to be playing. They wanted to play faster this year and move the ball around more, and yet they're dead last in the NBA in pace and in assists per game, not even close to what they preached and emphasized on Media Day. But anyway, the Bulls got killed yet again on the three-point line. The Celtics had 21 threes, making it 46 threes the Bulls have given up to their opponent in just the last 2 games. 21 for 49, the Celtics shot the ball from 3. The Bulls, 9 for 28. Both teams got the same amount of shot attempts up overall, but the Celtics put up nearly double the amount of threes as the Bulls did. Bulls got absolutely destroyed on the glass as well, 37 to Boston's 52, which I guess makes sense given the Bulls missed a lot more shots than the Celtics did. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know where the Bulls go from here. Like, we've seen the schedule leading up to December 15th, hard to even find a winnable game in there until they reach the Spurs on December 21st. Going to be more and more of what we're seeing from this team, a team that has completely lost interest in playing together and trying to compete, and it's already happening this early in the season. Just embarrassing. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.